Mark has the preferred lines. We'll let the car drift up, and he will get by Nemechek.
So now if the caution were to come out, Mark Martin will be able to go back and get on the lead lap. And there's the caution, a car in the wall in turns 1 and 2. That is Mike McLaughlin. Heavy contact with the Gould's Pump Chevrolet, both front and rear. And that will bring out the first caution flag of the afternoon here on lap 111.
And Mark Martin, as you said, Jerry, is now back in the lead lap. And wow. And the right rear tire is flat. Kyle, that looks like the problem that caused this accident.
That could have been a problem. You don't know whether it happened in an accident or what, but Mike had begun to drop a little bit. I know Adam was back running in about 18th or 19th, and Mike had dropped from racing up there with the one car and some of those guys all the way back to 18th or 19th, so it could have been a little problem.
Pretty vicious hit by Mike McLaughlin. Unfortunately, you see in the in-car camera, the Gould's Pump in-car, he taking the helmet off and able to talk to the crew. We mentioned that he and wife Katie celebrating the birth of their son. A very frustrated Mike McLaughlin right now, though, but a very happier time earlier in the week on Tuesday in Charlotte, where Katie and little Michael Thomas are watching. It's not the kind of ending they wanted to have to this race here today. Mike finished a disappointing 26th at Daytona, finished 15th after qualifying fairly poorly at Rockingham, drove the car very well and finished in the top 15, but will not get a top 15 today. Once again, there's the car spinning.
And the only car, there was not another car around him, but that left front goes in and makes some heavy contact, and also the left rear. They might say the center section of that car, but the front and rear are gone.
Yeah, and that's a bad part about a racetrack like this. When something happens, enter in the corner or in the middle, it just gets wicked. You see him come past the start-finish line, right down on the line here, but you see these cars are pulling away from him a little bit on the straightaway, and he's dropped through this pack like a rock at this point in time. There doesn't appear to be anybody anywhere close, and it turns right there. You saw it turn before it ever started.
Not the way you want to celebrate your 200th career Busch Series restart. Of course, Mike McLaughlin, he is okay, but as you guys said, that car will need some serious work, as most of the cars, or lead cars, or at least are on pit. Kevin.
Oh, we got a crash. Jason Jarrett is in the wall coming off turn 2. The Rayovac car.
And his car up across the racetrack, and now comes across the racetrack and rolls down on the apron.
See him.
Couple of guys trying to get laps back, including Jeff Gordon, and he can't quite get by Nemechek. He and Kevin Grubb were trying to pedal by the 87 car. And just that quickly, we have a second caution flag today, and unfortunately, it's a third-generation driver, Jason Jarrett, in the Rayovac Pontiac. There's what's left of the back of that car. Pretty heavy impact into the outside wall on turn 2.
Well, now then, if these cars have any doubts about making it, we run a few laps. We run a lap on the green flag. We're going to run a few laps on the caution flag. I would expect that these top 6 or 7 cars that did not pit the last time. See if we see there. We see the 11 car of Jason Garrett. They get Jarrett. He gets a bump from Buckshot Jones right in the back, and around goes Jason.
Yeah, they just got bunched up there, and Jake.
See if we see there. We see the 11 car of Jason Garrett. They get Jarrett. He gets a bump from Buckshot Jones right in the back, and around goes Jason.
Yeah, they just got bunched up there, and Jason was driving ahead like he was supposed to be doing, and he checked up a little bit, and Buckshot evidently didn't see it happening in front of him and running the back of him. Yeah, it was just an innocent deal on both of them's part. Jason was watching it, and you saw the cars right in front of him just get bunched up. A car didn't shoot to the outside, and all of a sudden, boom, he's hit and spun around.
Here's Hank Parker's onboard camera. He's right behind. And you can see just the smoke as he gets beneath Jason Jarrett. He was behind Fedewa and the 00 of Buckshot.
Bobby Hamilton Jr. back on the racetrack. He sees the smoke, goes down low.
There's Jason out of the car, walking around surveying the damage. He's okay, but the back of that Rayovac Pontiac's going to have to be rebuilt.
37, Kevin Grubb, the 9. Jack Sprague.
Here comes the 9.
And the problem is that the 15 and the 37 of Grubb, these guys are racing for position. They're racing for position 12 and 13 right here. They don't care.
Oh, and Sprague goes around right in front of Mark, and here comes the 9 car takes the lead.
And Sprague has had hard contact with the wall. Mark Martin has to jump on the binders to keep from getting into Sprague, and Burton has taken the lead and the caution flag. The caution is waving for the third time today, and just that quickly with 3.5 laps to go, there is Jack Sprague's Albertson Chevrolet, the Andy Petrie-owned car. He was battling with Kevin Grubb for the 12th position, with the leaders right behind him, and his car just suddenly jerked sideways into the wall.
And what a great piece of driving by Mark Martin. He was right there. You saw him hit the brakes. The car sets to the left, turns to the left real hard. He releases and drives past it, but by then his momentum's killed, and Jeff Burton goes by him. But what a great job.
I'll show you again what happened just a moment ago here in the turn.
The 15 car, Sprague, trying to come off the corner, trying to stay in front of the 37 car, and the back end goes around. And look at this, Kyle, what you're talking about. Mark just turned left.
Just turns left, and you see the black marks where he turns left and sets the wheel. You see the wheel turn back to the right a little bit and puts black marks on the racetrack. He turns so hard and stands in the gas. But like I say, it kills your momentum right there. But what a great job. Look at it right here. He hits the brakes, boom, turns to the left, releases, and it comes straight off. Wow. You see the black mark as he drives away.
Well, that is impressive.
Man. But he did lose the lead. Watch from the helicopter.
He can't be more than a foot and a half behind him, and watch, he somehow misses this car.
And look at Burton just go right by him. Man, tough break for Mark Martin. Now 2 laps to go, so it looks like this thing is going to end on the caution flag.
Cars are great at Vegas. Oh, yes. That should be 2 for 2 now out of the 3 races been run here. Okay, Tommy Morgan, that's the crew chief for Jeff Burton as they come down the front stretch, yellow and checkers.
Back-to-back wins here in Las Vegas. They roll the dice and come up victorious. The NorthernLight.com team celebrating. What a day for Team Roush. There's the hand out the window for Jeff Burton, 32 years of age, and his teammate behind him there, Mark Martin, will pull up alongside and congratulate him on what has been a great afternoon for
I'm not so sure, Jerry. I'm not so sure he's going to pull up the side of him and congratulate him. He hasn't yet anyway, because you know it has to be bitter disappointment from Mark Martin as well as he ran today.
Considering how far he had to come from being a lap down, and he drove his heart out. We'll hear from the winner, and here's what happened to Mark Martin with 3 laps to go. Sprague's car spins around. Martin jumps in the brakes, turns left, back in the throttle, saves the car, but will finish second. Back with the champion and the winner in a moment.